Scorpio, welcome to your solar eclipse in Libra reading that is impacting you over the next 6 months. By the way, if you want even more details, make sure to go over to my YouTube channel. I have an unrushed reading for y'all in case you missed it. And I go into a lot more, I pull cards on the eclipses for this month. So a lot more stuff over there. And thanks again for all the feedback y'all gave me on YouTube and TikTok. Your word of affirmation is the key to getting what I want is to ask for it. All right, I don't know, I'm hearing easier said than done. Some of you might have felt like, well, I did ask for it, and what happened there? Well, let's see. This eclipse is happening in your 12th house, so has there been some self-sabotage on your part? Or have you been dealing with hidden enemies? Okay, people who you're asking things from them and they're really not on your team. Okay, they're presenting like they are, but they actually are not. So this is probably something you're having to look at over the next 6 months, identifying hidden enemies, self-sabotage, martyrdom, you know, and maybe getting more direct, because 12th house is very Piscean in terms of, yeah, maybe swimming away or taking an indirect approach, skirting around things, right? All right, so at the foundation, we've got Eight of Pentacles. Are you working on something in the past? It looks like Seven of Swords, you might have been taking a low profile, okay? Doing things on the DL, trying to find a new strategy. You might have been dealing with some people in your midst that were liars, cheaters, thieves. So sorry. Currently, you have Page of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I am seeing a desire to elevate something energetically, okay? Feelings, communicating your feelings. Two of Swords in the outcome. Well, a lot of signs are getting this. Where are you at a stalemate with someone or something because there's something you're not seeing or not opening yourself up to, something that you're avoiding, or you've closed yourself off to. Find out in a moment what that's about, but it might be work related, you know. It might. Let's see about this other person. If someone was lying or cheating in your past, I think they are currently sorry. But I am getting the vibe that you're like, yeah, no bueno. We can't move forward with this. Sorry, not sorry. Or the one that was kind of doing something on the DL. You might be telling someone I'm sorry, or you might have regrets that you're holding within yourself and you want things to improve, but I just don't know that it is over the next 2 weeks. There's something you've been working on over the last 8 years that is factoring into this current energy. The last 8 years you've been working on something. And whatever this is that you've been working on, there's not been a fair exchange, okay? And there's a lot of regrets associated with it, but I just don't know that anything's going to be done to change the course of it, because there's probably been a lot of investment here. The other person, or your person of interest, is King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And in the past, Nine of Cups, present, Nine of Wands, outcome, Five of Cups. There are security issues here, and it looks like this person has in the past and is presently trying to close out something, okay? But, you know, they might have been happy, but for some reason they are just emotionally guarded right now about a conflict. Oh my gosh. They're very regretful about the stalemate. In the future, you're at a stalemate and they're really sad about it. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that if there was something, you were not being upfront, or there was unequal exchange going on between the two of you, I think you were trying to change this. You were trying to come out of this holding back energy. I feel it was this person, the other person was holding back, and it might have had to do with them going after wish fulfillment, expansion in their life, whatever was going to make them happy. They were using a lot of restraint here, and I think that you were trying to come up with some way to even the playing field. And currently, I do feel that you are trying to be patient with this person. And again, you're trying to find harmony and balance with them on an emotional level. They, on the other hand, are really kind of guarding emotions, trying to avoid a conflict. It's like I'm getting a lot of conflict avoidant energy here. I'm getting some controlling energy. I feel like you are actually trying to see other perspective, other, ways of going about doing this, other strategies, You're trying to balance, weigh everything out, be patient. This person, on the other hand, I get the feeling that it's kind of about them. And they're maintaining and holding their ground. And so I think that's why in the final analysis, I think that maybe even right now, currently, Spirit is leading you to say some things to bring about healing, but at the same time, I think you're getting a lot of spiritual guidance in terms of the direction that this is going in. And I think the direction is that you're going to have to kind of step into more of this masculine energy, take charge of it and say, hey, we're at a crossroads. And this person is like really not liking it because they're about their stability and security. And you are like, well, I've been working on this. So I've been trying to see your point of view. I've been trying to come up with another way. I've been trying to tell you how I feel. I've been patient with you. I've been spirit-led. But maybe you have been holding yourself back too much. And I am getting a lot of introverted on both sides of even this person restrains themselves, okay? There's somebody here that's not coming out with it about what they want to create and why. There's an issue with expression that is being blocked in and stuck. And it might be because somebody just doesn't feel, oh, wow, they don't have any hope in communicating themselves. They feel like, oh, well, I'm not going to get what I want if I really put myself out there and say what I need and what I value. What does this other person value? I think it's kind of obvious, security, and I did see that security card come out. Somebody here wants a good time. Who doesn't? But more excitement in their life and more generosity and helpfulness, okay? But another person I feel is looking more at getting some approval from other people. They're very concerned about what other people think of them and holding on to their power and maintaining power. So there is a feeling of distance in this relationship. There might actually be physical distance in this relationship that is creating an issue. And yeah, it might be one-sided where I'm getting like somebody waiting to hear from another person. And I'm just not digging it, to be honest with you. It kind of feels like somebody is not really considering the other person. I feel your energy is showing up very considerate, patient. You're looking at, the other person's point of view. You're trying to come up with some way to do this. And that could, I usually see this in not a great light, okay, but I'm going to say for you, I'm seeing something different. Like, how on earth are you going to have a relationship when you're the only one showing up, considering the other person's point of view? It's like, yeah, you're depending on them to show up with their side, but they're at a distance. So, you can't really work with that. I'm going to say, yeah, of course, you are dependent because you can't have a relationship without another party. Blocked heart. I don't know if I can let love in. Oh my God. Okay, listen, I don't have time in TikTok land for all that. Unrealistic. Are your ideals sabotaging your reality? How can you bring heaven down to earth? Trauma bonded. Have you confused intensity with intimacy? Y'all are intense. You know this. Y'all intense sign. But somebody here, I think, has some unrealistic expectations about the exchange. That they don't have to consider another person's happiness. Or that, this blockage with the Nine of Wands is not going to, affect the relationship coming together. All right, so what is the advice for Scorpio? Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Be blessed.